The most productive people in the world don't work longer than everyone else. They work differently. While the average person spends 8 hours at a desk and genuinely focuses for less than 3 of them, high performers consistently accomplish more in half the time. Not because they're smarter or more disciplined, but because they understand something most people were never taught about how human attention actually works. Here's exactly how to get more done in 4 focused hours than most people accomplish in a full working day. Number 1. Stop multitasking. It's destroying your output. Multitasking feels productive. It is the opposite of productive. Decades of cognitive research consistently show that the human brain cannot genuinely focus on 2 meaningful tasks simultaneously. What it actually does is rapidly switch attention between tasks, and every switch carries a cognitive cost called switching penalty. Each time your brain switches tasks, it takes an average of 23 minutes to return to full focus on the original task. If you're checking email, responding to messages, and working on a report simultaneously, you are never actually focused on any of them. You're producing lower quality work on all 3 and taking significantly longer to complete each one. The fix is simple but requires discipline. Work on one task at a time, close everything else, and don't switch until that task is complete or your allotted time for it is up. Number 2. Work in 90-minute focused blocks. Your brain doesn't operate at consistent energy levels throughout the day. It runs in natural cycles of approximately 90 minutes, periods of higher alertness followed by a biological dip that signals the need for rest. These are called ultradian rhythms, and they govern your cognitive performance whether you pay attention to them or not. High performers work with these cycles rather than against them. They work in focused 90-minute blocks, then take a genuine 15 to 20-minute break, away from screens, away from work, before starting the next block. 2 or 3 of these focused blocks per day, applied to your most important work, will consistently outperform 8 hours of fragmented, distracted desk time. Structure your day around your biology instead of fighting it. Number 3. Identify your peak performance window and protect it. Every person has a 2 to 4 hour window during the day when their cognitive performance is at its absolute peak. When focus comes easier, thinking is sharper, and output is noticeably higher quality. For most people, this window falls in the late morning, between roughly 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. For others, it's early morning or early evening. Most people fill this window with emails, meetings, and administrative tasks, the lowest value activities of their day. High performers do the opposite. They identify their peak window, protect it from interruptions and low-value work, and dedicate it exclusively to their most demanding, most important tasks. Identify your peak window this week. Then build a wall around it. No meetings, no email, no calls during that time if you can avoid it. Use it only for deep, high-value work. Number 4. Use the 2-minute rule to eliminate mental clutter. One of the biggest invisible drains on productivity is the accumulation of small, unfinished tasks that sit in the back of your mind, consuming mental bandwidth. Reply to that email. Book that appointment. Send that document. These tasks aren't difficult. They're just undone, and undone tasks create a low-level cognitive load that fragments your attention all day. The 2-minute rule is simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately rather than adding it to a list. Don't defer it. Don't schedule it. Don't think about it again. Just do it now and remove it from your mental queue entirely. Applying this rule consistently throughout your day eliminates dozens of small tasks that would otherwise accumulate into an overwhelming backlog and keeps your mental workspace clean for the work that actually matters. Number 5. Plan tomorrow the night before. Most people start their workday by figuring out what to work on. This planning process, checking emails, reviewing lists, deciding priorities, consumes the first 30 to 45 minutes of the day and often happens during the peak performance window when your brain should be doing its best work. High performers eliminate this entirely by spending 10 minutes the evening before identifying exactly what they will work on the next day, in what order, and for how long. They wake up with a clear plan and move directly into execution. Write down your 3 most important tasks for tomorrow before you go to sleep tonight. When you sit down to work the next morning, start with the first one immediately. No emails, no social media, no easing in. Direct execution from minute 1. Number 6. Remove friction from focus and add friction to distraction. Your environment shapes your behavior more powerfully than your willpower does. Trying to stay focused in a distracting environment through sheer discipline is a losing battle. The research on willpower depletion makes this clear. The smarter approach is to engineer your environment so that focus is the path of least resistance and distraction requires deliberate effort. Put your phone in another room during focused work blocks. Not face down on the desk, in another room. Use a browser extension that blocks distracting websites during work sessions. Use noise-canceling headphones or ambient sound to create an audio environment that signals focus to your brain. Every barrier you add between yourself and a distraction reduces the likelihood of that distraction occurring. Every barrier you remove between yourself and focused work increases the likelihood of it happening. Design your environment intentionally and your productivity follows without requiring heroic willpower. Productivity is not about working more hours. It is about protecting your best hours, working with your biology instead of against it, and eliminating the friction and distraction that fragment your attention throughout the day. Pick one strategy from this video and apply it tomorrow. Just one. See what happens to your output by the end of the day. The results will make the other 5 strategies feel obvious. Subscribe to Live Smarter Daily for weekly videos on money, health, productivity, and home. Everything busy adults actually need to know. See you in the next one.